If you've seen any of our other videos, we talk about this one right here being a horrible retrieving object, but the reason that it's horrible is because it develops bad mouth habits. So if you can play with tennis balls without seeing rolling, chewing, or tonguing the ball around in their mouth, which almost never happens, go ahead and use tennis balls. Hey everybody, Ethan here with Standing Stone, and we're back for another video with Trip. He is in the, if you're following along with our retriever training program, he's in that 2 to 4 week range. We do a lot of things in this zone, one of which is an introduction to retrieving, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now you can see we have a variety of things bebopping around here. This guy's ready to roll, and you can see some really spunky stuff. We'll have another video kind of showing how we work through individual behaviors, but I want to talk about this setup. Rocking our new brass hardware on our easy lead material here for a check cord. If you have a hallway, that's going to be the best place to do this. I don't have a true hallway, but I have a low distraction environment. And then what I've done here is up the ante with a way to get a hold of him. He likes to run down and grab things because we've done just a smidgen of this just with general toys and things around the house. But as far as a structured retrieving session goes, we haven't done a whole lot with him yet. What this is going to look like is we have a variety of toys and or retrieving objects. And yes, if you've seen any of our other videos, we talk about this one right here being a horrible retrieving object. But the reason that it's horrible is because it develops bad mouth habits. So if you can play with tennis balls without seeing rolling, chewing, or tonguing the ball around in their mouth, which almost never happens, go ahead and use tennis balls. Otherwise, I would say we're gonna make this guy go away unless everything else fails. So that guy is that way. Cameraman, catch, yes. Now we're gonna move into, I have a squeakless, fluffless duck toy. This one he likes to play with. And we're gonna talk about the play with category. I have a dock and quail. It's size appropriate for this little guy. We have a DT Systems been used winged flyer. We have a wingless bumper, and then we have a canvas slightly larger. We don't need all of these. We need to find one that he's gonna be really excited about, ultimately working up to getting used to bumpers themselves. So my go-to, folks, is the lightest, smallest thing that we can find. So I'm gonna start with that. That's this fluffless little duck toy. And we're going to do a combination of a couple things. One, we're going to tease. That's going to encourage chasing and the excitement of the game. If he wants to put his mouth on it, that's cool. You can encourage a little tug. Now, I know, and I want to hear right now in the comments, if you don't like tugging with bird dogs, explain why, because I'm going to give you my reasons why we do it, but how we specifically go about it, because there are good and bad things to playing tug. Tug is a very rewarding thing for a young puppy to do. It's an extremely good way to encourage them to continue to play the game with us, which is our ultimate goal. And though, if done incorrectly, like any training, it can cause some pretty major issues with a bird dog. Yeah, you can see this tug right here. That's awesome. And how we end that is by holding on to his collar, bringing him into us, or moving him into a heeling position and allowing him to hold it. When we want this, we take it away. We want to encourage a little bit of tug to make this game fun, but then ultimately we can end the tug game, and that's the most important part that's overlooked. If you look at detection or protection, working based dogs in that realm, they use tug as a huge form of reward, but those dogs instantly know how to start and stop that game, and it's never a problem with that situation. And they're literally trained to bite people in the protection category and can shut that off quickly. Why can we not teach a bird dog not to play tug of war with a bird? I think that there's just a disconnect in truly understanding when to start and stop the game. So we will forever and for always continue to recommend using tug to encourage young dogs to retrieve. Now, we're going to start this by eliminating our distraction pile as much as I possibly can, but I want access to those for later. Let's give him free rein-ish. I'm on the end of this, so if he tries to grab and go, though I have kind of an area to encourage him to come back, good, there you go, good. He's pumped about this, so we're gonna try and start with this one. If your dog is not excited about the first thing that you grab, find something else. Oh, you made that look so good. You made that look so good. And what did he want to do? He wanted to come back and play tug, okay? That's sweet. Good. Now we can hold on to him. He's got a really good solid grip on this. And we're going to just stick my thumb here in the back of his mouth and kind of barely pry his little mouth open. And then we'll go again. Yeah. The cool thing about little cockers or little flushers and retrievers is most of them are going to be really good at this game. And it's a blessing and a curse, okay? Yeah. If you see a bunch of killing, shaking, super amped up, that's when we know we've already built a really good understanding of shaking and killing here, and we need to back off that a little bit. Lighter amounts of tug encouraged, more holding and praising. Go for another rep. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. There you go. Leading him around. Ultimately, I'm going to want him on my left side here, and I'm going to bring him over here and love on him a bit. If he drops it, we want to encourage, again, pick it up and hold on to it. Ready for the next one. Now, I want to stop here. This is going to kill momentum a smidgen, and it's not the way that I would recommend you do training sessions, but he's making this look too easy. So if I kill momentum a little bit, it's going to help me to be able to show you something more from a training standpoint. But the other side of it is the number one mistake that you can make with your young retriever or flusher is they love to play this game, and you overdo it to the point where it's no longer fun. Think about your favorite thing to eat in the whole world. For me, forever, it was prime rib. Then I started guiding pheasant hunts in South Dakota. So I ate prime rib every 3 days for almost a month and a half or 2 months. You get to the point where it's like, I don't really want to look at another piece of prime rib. You go from taking the big slab to going, nah, a little slice will be enough for me because I've had enough of this. So even the most prized thing or fun game can become boring or not something the dog wants to do. So don't overdo your training sessions. Always leave your puppies wanting more retrieves, excited. If he doesn't want to play chase and grab this again, we've overdone it. Okay, you can see we're not in that category. We're gonna do, good. We're gonna do one more here. Nice work. I've got this, oh, hey. I've got this not to pull him toward me, but to keep him from running away, if that makes sense. So don't use it as 100% as a reel in constant pressure thing. We want to encourage him. That's going to be a distraction. There you go. Oh, I guess there is a squeaker in it. It's in the head. Good. Good job. So less directly to me. This is where a hallway is a really cool thing. If you have a hallway in your house, this is where I would recommend you do it. Good. I'm going to end this session, but I'm going to leave you with a couple additional tips. Okay? So the big thing is not overdoing it. If you are overdoing your sessions, you're going to see a puppy that is no longer interested in playing at the end. They lose focus. They will lay down and chew on the object. Okay? That's a sign you've done too much, even if that's only one rep. Even if that's only one rep, that means that's the end of your session, okay? We've got to find something that they're super excited about. A lot of times, mistakes that you may be making is your puppy may have access to too many toys to play with and do whatever they want with. So then when you say, now I want you to magically play with this toy, they're like, man, I do what I want with my toys when I want to. We have to kind of flip the board over in that sense and take all of the toys away. Pick one thing to work with, and then once you find one that they're really good at retrieving, stick with just that one object to begin with. That's going to ultimately help you to build the most success the quickest. Hope these tips help as you develop your young retriever. Thanks for watching. I'm the guy with the pink gun. This is Trip. We'll see you in his next video.